In this video, I'm going to tell you a story about how I became probably the only non-Japanese person to join a guild in Blue Protocol, a recently released Japanese MMO, which is currently region-locked to Japan, but is slated to be released internationally next year. Of course, since I live in Japan, I thought it'd be interesting to try it out. It turns out this became a much more interesting story than I originally thought. About 3 years ago, I went down this path of degeneracy of playing anime games when I first played Genshin Impact at its launch, and then followed that up with Honkai Star Rail more recently. However, Blue Protocol has given me a very unique experience in that I am consistently communicating with my guild members now in this very silly but stunning game about anime characters killing mobs, in the "I'm pretty sure I've seen this enemy before" category. So let's start with how this curious story all began, and how I joined a guild in Blue Protocol within only 3 hours of playing this game. So the first hour or so was pretty basic. My Twitch chat and I met some interesting cast members, learned how to fight, got murdered by a level 20 enemy, and tested the limits of jumping off cliffs. We were having a pretty fun time exploring the game, which is truly beautiful sometimes, despite major frame drops in the hub areas. But then, everything changed when I learned how to do gestures, a staple in MMOs. However, in Blue Protocol, you can also do Janken, which is the Japanese version of rock, paper, scissors. As soon as I discovered this, I decided to speedrun as fast as I could to find someone to duel me at this very legendary game. The ultimate icebreaker for any situation. Think about it, you just run up to someone and try to play Janken with them. Some will run away, others will ignore you, but the 5% that don't just might become your best friends for life, or eternal rivals, who knows. In any case, this wasn't even my intention to make rivals or friends, but I got an interesting result nonetheless. So I finally found my challenger, a young hero who is only a meager level 30 or something. But for someone like myself, who has played rock, paper, scissors and studied the strategies and thought patterns of my foe, not to mention watched the recently groundbreaking rock, paper, scissors anime by Corridor Crew, I knew I was ready for this moment. So I gave it my all and won spectacularly, after some difficulty of figuring out how to even play this game. The crowds cheered my victory, praising my efforts, but that wasn't it. I had one more contender, a supposed sergeant. Yet I would be the one to demand respect. Until I lost tragically. I congratulated my superior and was going to finish up my quest, but that's when I got invited to join a guild from a viewer who saw my courageous battles, both the victory and the loss. After having clicked randomly to add this person to my friends list, I realized I had no idea what I was doing. And my limited knowledge of kanji combined with the very small text of this game wasn't making it easy. But at last, with the expert advice of my new friend and ally, I was able to accept the clan request. Immediately, like you might find with other MMOs, the entire active clan started welcoming me and asking me questions, to which I felt amazed, even though they knew I was the only American in this server. Now, their kindness didn't surprise me, but I guess what did surprise me was their genuine desire for me to want to join their clan, not even concerned with any potential language barriers that might arise. Of course, I did not hesitate to accept this offer, as I only had to benefit from it. After all, I am a learner of Japanese, and so far it has been pretty hard to find a consistent and prolonged means of communicating with Japanese people, aside from the typical scenarios at work or maybe in the grocery store, etc. But now I can at least practice a form of communication in a social activity with callous people who are just here to chill and hang out. Honestly, why I think that MMOs are so beloved by a lot of people is that sense of a massive community and the very chill nature that these games have compared to other games. If you think about it, a lot of the gameplay is just going around doing pretty mundane quests, killing mobs, and chatting with other people in the hub and your clan members. So it makes for the perfect environment to just talk to people, get to know each other, and have fun. So that's my story of how I completed the any percent Janken speedrun in Blue Protocol and joined a guild. Now, if you'll please excuse me, I must go train further for my next match of Janken in the mountains of Japan. And you can make me become stronger, dear viewer, by hitting that like button, subscribing to this channel, and commenting down below. Until next time, dear traveler,